Right guys, looking at something a little bit different today. We're going to look at the Morris aiming tube for the Martini Henry rifle, introduced in 1884. It was invented by Richard Morris of the Morris Aiming and Sighting Tube Company. Up until that time, the kind of recreational pursuit of firing your weapon as a form of target practice was not really well kind of organised in the British Army. Morris recognised that fact, and it encouraged small bore shooting of your traditional service rifle with a much smaller calibre bullet, and he designed a tube called the Morris tube. And here we go, this is a Morris tube. You can see here it consisted of three components. There was the breech piece, this here, which screwed onto the end of a rifle tube, and then you got the muzzle piece, which got a sliding muzzle bush here and an adjustment nut on the end, which allowed you to set it up and adjust the tightness of it in the barrel of the gun. Apologies for that, it's in the camera there. Okay, the ammunition for it was a specific ammunition, and it's this, a little tiny Morris ammunition. It's a .22 caliber. It's 232 by 270 caliber, and it fits into the Morris aiming tube like this. So you can see it going home, and then the action of the rifle's extractor extracts the cartridge when fired, ejecting the round. So we're going to fit it in the rifle, and I'll show you how it goes. So this unscrews, so it allows you to remove the breech piece, and then what you would do, you would then fit the tube down the barrel of the rifle. So I'll go ahead and do that for you. So we take the rifle here and insert the tube, so that slots down. It's a really good fit. There's a little brass ferrule here which centres it in the bore, and that then obviously slides home, and then you've got your muzzle piece here which locks it into place. I got this from IMA in the States. Alex kindly sorted this out for me, and really pleased with it. You take your breech piece. Originally this has a little T tool to lock it into place. It's actually got T on the top of the chamber piece, which actually tells you this is top, strange enough. So that would then slot home into your chamber like that. So you can see it's then pushed home. Then the action tool, actually a block, will close up on it. And what I'm going to now do is tighten up the screw thread which locks it into place at the far end. So give that a bit of a tighten. You can't see me doing that, but trust me, I'll tighten that up nice and tight. So it's now a tight fitting piece into the breech. Okay, now what we've now created is a sub-caliber lining to the bore. There we go. So you can probably see inside there, there's the actual Morris tube fitted, and then what happens when you open the lever, the extractor actually acts on the Morris piece to eject a cartridge. So you can see that action there, pushing back and actually throwing a cartridge clear. So you would take your Morris sub-caliber ammunition, which contained 3.5 grains of Curtis and Harvey diamond black powder. So that would then push home, then bring the block up. They're cocked, you'd fire the weapon, and once you'd fired the weapon, then the action of the traditional extractor on the Martini Henry to eject the cartridge. So there we go, watch this. Oh, it's not going to do it this time. We'll try it again and lock it properly into place. There we go, and the cartridge is ejected in the traditional way. Such a simple and ingenious idea. It was introduced in 1884 and was still being used right up until the turn of the century, with versions for the carbine and for the rifle. There's also a version for the 303 Lee Enfield. But ingenious little device, rarely seen on YouTube, rarely seen at all in actual fact. Hopefully it's broadened your horizons on the Martini Henry. Thanks for watching, guys.